I'm a deacon. I went through the whole entire process of being a deacon at my church and everything, but I could go to these other churches and they won't let me serve as a deacon in their church because of my gender or because of who I'm with or who I'm married to. And I don't think that's right.
Why?
Because I think you ought to separate it, you know. Everybody's not going to get along, but God made our world diverse. You know, we're supposed to be from different genders, different ways of life, different walks. And we're supposed to come together as one.
So now, what scripturally tells you? What scripturally backs up that view?
Scripturally backs up is the first and second commandments in the Bible.
Which are?
The first one is love yourself as you love your neighbor. You know. And then be good, be kind to others. Do unto others as you would have done unto you. So,
but doesn't love sometimes say? But in loving somebody, don't you sometimes have to be honest, or even sometimes the truth may hurt? Like say, hey, look, I love you, but this way is wrong. Scripture says that there are only two genders. That Scripture says that love.
They would have to show me in the Bible where it exactly says there's only two genders. Because in the Bible is Eunuchs, and that was where my lifestyle comes in. That's where I come in at. You know, it's almost like God had saved the eunuchs there to touch the other eunuchs, because who else is going to talk to them? You got these other people going to these other churches that are totally against us, but they won't go into those situations and talk to the people that need help because they're different.
The eunuchs weren't people who said, even though you could there's evidence that shows these people were not gender conforming. They weren't necessarily the ideal image of a man, because a lot of them had been castrated either willingly or forcefully, or some of them were born with some kind of abnormality sexually.
And that's the thing. A lot of people don't believe that these days, that you can be born with two genders.
But does that mean you're born with two genders? I think what somebody would say is that doesn't mean that you are essentially intrinsically something else just because of those physical issues.
To me, it depends on the chromosomes.